Hey everybody, welcome back. As promised, we are now into part two, doing, headshot, blah, blah, blah. Now, I know that, oh yeah, we're using PortraitPro Body this time, so if it looks a little different, that's why. You can also check out some of my other videos that I've done using PortraitPro and PortraitPro Body. I'll put a link in the description. Anyways, so now, yes, this is a typical headshot, and normally they will be cropped, probably just about, from the chest up. I look like David Bowie. Anyways, sorry. Uh, however, I feel like this is as good a time as any to actually demonstrate like what PortraitPro Body can actually do for just various different body types and different types of scenarios and blah blah blah. So if you remember the last time I did this, we do the outlines, but for those of you that this is your first time watching, we're going to go through it just like last time. So we'll start with clicking on, just honestly, these are like super easy instructions, for me. So hopefully, you guys will probably catch on faster than I do. So click on the nose, click. And then we're going to pick female and then shoulder joint. So 1, then elbow joint, 2, and then wrist, which is hidden under here somewhere, 3, then left shoulder joint and left elbow joint, and then left wrist joint. Belly button, there we go. Probably somewhere, I don't know, I usually pick somewhere like around where the hip bones are. And then, let's see, hip joints. So right hip joint, and then yeah, it's gonna be if right upper leg, and it's not quite hidden, so we'll just say there, and then we'll do ankle joint. I just kind of do it anyways, because I'd rather just, well, you get it. So boom, we'll say that's it. And then we just kind of go in with the arms. I mean, like the more I do this now, I wonder. No, we're just gonna go like where the actual arm is, not the sleeve, or at least I think. But yeah, we're just gonna do that. We're gonna do it that way. So click, click, doom, 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 doom. Sorry for the sound effects. But hey, and then the arm is kind of hidden behind the torso. All right, so we just kind of, now again, just kind of gauge it based on like where the waist would be if like the arms weren't in the way. So we're gonna do boom, boom, doom, 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 doom. Sorry guys, these are my sound effects here, but then again, we're just clicking a bunch. So okay, and then legs, I'm assuming. Now I remember in the studio that I had her standing with her ankles crossed, so I know that that's the way her legs are going to go. Right about there. Okay, click on this image if torso is in front of lower right arm, which it is not. It's over here, and for some reason I don't know exactly why, but on my edition, maybe it's just my computer, it always does this. But right lower arm is in front of torso, yes. Left lower arm is in front of torso, yes. Right upper arm is in front of torso, yes. Left upper arm is in front of torso, no. And then left lower arm is in front of right lower arm, no, it is not. Okay, finish markup and edit body. Analyzing shape, analyzing shape. Anyways, I should probably sit up taller. Last video I was sitting or standing. This time I'm sitting just because, why not? Okie dokie. So we've got, okay, so everything there looks pretty darn good. I am just going to start with the shape sliders. So we're going to go, let's see. We're going to go this way just a tad. So there is 0. We're going to bring it up a little bit. Again, not too much, because then it doesn't look like them. So somewhere around 20, 25. I mean, honestly, it's up to you, just kind of eyeball it. Again, we don't want to, my philosophy is I don't want to make them look like someone they're not, because a lot of times people will think like, oh, I guess he didn't really like the way I look in real life, so he's trying to make me look better than I really do, and then people's feelings get hurt or whatever. And I just, it's not right, in my opinion. It's not right to make somebody look way different than the way that they were made. So anyways, but my core philosophy is, if the outfit doesn't fit the way it should be based on the shape of their body, then it's our job to fix it. Because if the clothes are hanging away from the body too much, then it's going to make them look bigger than they really are. It's going to add inches that don't exist. So I feel like that's kind of the line that I go with when it comes to body slimming, all the other stuff that you can do in PortraitPro Body. Whew, my voice just cracked. I've been talking a lot today. Anyways, so I'm just going to bring it up enough to where it's a bit more fitted. And let's see. Nah, we're going to leave that where it is. She's tall enough. I had to use my step stool for her pictures today because I'm short. I'm 5'8". Even in my boots, I'm like maybe 5'10". But either way, can't believe I said that. So, all right, we're going to do this just a little bit. No, see, that just does the whole thing. But we're going to, I just really want to do the waist. Like, I don't really feel like changing too much else. So right about there. I mean, let's be honest. When it comes to females have curves, and we don't want their outfits to make them look stocky like a guy. We don't really have curves. It's pretty much straight up and down on our sides. So sometimes outfits can create that illusion that women don't have curves. So this is how we can correct for it. And again, you're not trying to overdo it. You're just trying to do enough to where the outfit looks like it's fitted, like it's tailored. Okie dokie. And we're just going to click up here on this convenient little button. Now the other problem too is, because she was taller than me, I do my best to try and like shoot, either eye level or a little bit higher and, at a slightly upward angle. But then again, you got to deal with like head distortion, all that stuff. So the outfit, based on the lens correction that I used in Lightroom, came across as looking a little bit wider than it really is. So, but already you can kind of see it. Well, already you can see a big difference. And I think that looks a lot better. Again, it's not super drastic. It's pretty much where the outfit would fit if it was fitted. Okay, I'm not going to say that 3 times fast, but you get it. So now we're going to go to arms, and we're just going to slim them in a little bit. This is probably one of the best sliders in the software, especially if you're working with like perhaps a bride who's wearing a strapless gown. Sometimes people can be really self-conscious about the upper part of the arm, and it can happen for a number of different ways. Maybe they were leaning back on the arm, and when you lock the elbow, that makes this muscle over here like super flexed and stuff, and making the arm look bigger than it is. Well, for whatever reason, using the slider, the master slider for the arms, I mean, it actually like slims down the upper arms without making the everything else look like super warped or whatever. Now, I also know that I'm working with a completely bare bones backdrop, like solid, so you don't have to worry about any like distortion in the background. But in my previous video with the bridal portraits, I was really, really impressed with how well it was able to liquify, shape the different parts of the body without distorting the background that much. I mean, it was just way better than I could do in liquify in Photoshop. So anyways, let's see. Legs, don't have to worry about that. Skeleton, I mean, just so you guys know, there's like neck length, face position, all this other stuff. Shape tools, no, I'm pretty much satisfied. Now, it does have built-in skin, so you could like smooth the skin on areas that are not like the face. And now, if you watched my previous video, I already did facial like retouching and stuff using Portrait Studio Max. But you like for the neck area and like the hands area, And if you look, it's actually not going to allow you to paint over the face area because it's got that covered. And since we don't need to do that anyways, then we don't have to worry about it. So there's the skin area. We're just going to smooth it a little bit. Let's bring it down so you guys can kind of see. Oh, I wish. Let's see, we're going to go, well, we'll just do this side here. So let's see how it looks. So I know that the distortion and stuff, or not distortion, but the reshaping and stuff goes back to the original because that's what we're clicking on. But just pay attention to like the skin, you know, just below the neck. So just a little bit of softening, not too much. We're not losing any texture. And then for face, this is where you can go in and actually reshape the face. So just like, you know, we do in PortraitPro Studio Max. Sorry, this is a mouthful today. Anyway, so you can go in and do all the shaping. It's a bit more specific in PortraitPro Studio Max, which is where I do all my face like reshaping and stuff if it needs it. But the option is also in here too because it's PortraitPro Body. So I don't need to do it because I've already done it. And then other than that, let's see, I always forget. Oh yeah, this is if you want to make any last minute overall image adjustments. Some of you have asked me in the past if I do like my color corrections, contrast, brightness, all that stuff in Portrait Pro, and the answer is no. I do all of the overall color correction, white balance, contrast, you know, all that stuff to my photos in Lightroom first. So that's like step number one. Then I open it in Portrait Pro Studio Max for facial retouching. Then after that, so that's step two. So step three is go into Portrait Pro Body and do any body sculpting that needs to be done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty, it goes by a lot quicker than you realize. I would have to start, you know, doing this in Photoshop with liquify and then, you know, get something close and then go back and look at it and be like, oh, I overdid that. And then go back in and try it again. I mean, it just, if it doesn't take as long as this, it usually takes longer to do it in Photoshop. Whereas in here, it's like super quick. And this is the second or third time I've actually used the software, third time. And I'm getting faster at it. So you guys will too. So anyways, there are links in the description below to download your free trial and give it a shot. And honestly, I'm not here to really like push this on you. I just want to show you guys what tools are available, and then it's up to you to decide if you think this is going to speed up your workflow. Because I mean, who wants to spend hours and hours and hours doing facial retouching and you know, body sculpting and all that stuff when you could be doing something more fun like playing video games, or even better, spend time with your family because it's summertime. So anyways, my name's Dustin Meyer. Thank you for watching. I think I'm actually enjoying, you know, doing these videos. You know, anytime a client orders an image from me that requires retouching or whatever, I think I'm just gonna, you know, record them as I go along if I think there's one that you guys would benefit from. So, but, you know, let me know what you guys think. If you want to see more like this, because each one of my clients looks completely different than the others. So obviously the retouching and all that fun stuff is going to be different from the one before. Just like a short series. So, but yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Make sure to check the links in the description for the previous video that we did for the facial retouching, and also to download the trial versions of Portrait Pro Studio Max for facial retouching and Portrait Pro Body. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like if you learned something, and subscribe if you want to see more. All right, have a good one.